In today's tutorial, I'll show you how I create fun fashion illustrations. People can be scary to draw, but they also make a great subject matter. And so today I want to show you how I easily tackle a fashion illustration. I love looking at photos on Pinterest like this one and making little doodles in my sketchbook. So let's jump right in and do it together. Hey, my name's Shayda Campbell, and around here we make art, and it's fun, not scary. So this lovely lady has on a blue top and brown pants. So those are the colors we're going to mix. I'm using my Shayda Campbell watercolor set. Everything is linked in the description. Basically, I've mixed ultramarine with white and then burnt umber with white because I like the gouache-like look when I mix my watercolors with a little bit of white. And my favorite way to start a fashion illustration is not to try to sketch the person. It's to look at that person as a bunch of shapes, a collection of shapes. And right now I'm just looking at the shape of her leg, her pants, you could say. And I'm using a number 6 filbert brush to just kind of work out the shape of the pants. You can see the one leg goes up to a point where the knee is, and then the other leg is just a little square that sort of sticks out behind on a bit of an angle. I'm going to use a round brush. Round brush comes to a nice fine point, and I'm just going to kind of sketch in the coffee cup and the hand. It doesn't have to look perfect. It's just the coffee cup is like a square and then a little hand beside it. And then I'll use that same brush. This is a number 6 round, and we're going to start working out the shape of the sweater. So even less than I'm thinking about arms or legs, I'm thinking about pants and sweater. So this sweater has like big sleeves. It's drooping down sort of over her thigh. And by looking at the overall shape, it makes it really easy to paint a person. And we also don't have to get it right on. This should be a little perfectly imperfect. And we're just trying to capture the main shapes. And then we will add all the detail and the shading when we come back in with a secondary medium. And in this case, we're going to be using colored pencils to add all that detail. Next up, I'm using my number 6 round brush, and I've mixed Van Dyke brown, which is a nice cool dark brown with lots of water, so it's quite transparent, and I'm going to work out the shape of her boots. So she's wearing like a Blundstone style Chelsea boot, and we basically just need to make some oval shapes that maybe come up a little bit on the leg. I also want to include her awesome red socks, so I'm going to leave a little space there between the pant and the boot. And the nice thing is I can just do that with colored pencil. I don't need to paint every last detail. It's so easy to just go in with a red pencil and add that little pop of red. Okay guys, next up, let's mix a color for her face and her hands. I like to start a lot of skin tones with Naples yellow. The Naples yellow in this set looks a lot like raw sienna, and then I mix a little white in there. If you want a darker skin tone, mix a little burnt umber, and if you need more help mixing different skin tones, remember I have an e-course all about how to illustrate people. It's available on my website, and you can save 35% right now with the code on the screen. We're going to come over here and paint an oval. Don't make the head too big. That's one thing that I sort of struggle with. I always want to make my heads comically large. And then we will paint her hands in, which I always just do like a mitt shape. Okay, so just the thumb and the rest of the hand. If you feel like you need to fill in a bit around the ankle, you can do that as well. And then I'm taking burnt umber mixed with lots of water, so it's quite a light, transparent burnt umber, and I've got that just on the tip of my round brush here, and we are going to give her a little bit of hair. So you might notice all of the colors are quite muted. That's because we want to add the shading, the detail afterwards, and even if we do that with watercolor paint and not colored pencil, we still want things to be light because with watercolor you always work from light to dark. So we've got her cute little bob there. One ear is showing. And now for my final watercolor portion, I want to mix just a little more burnt umber into the pants color so that I can do a little bit of shading on the pants. And you don't have to do that. We can do the shading with colored pencil, but I'm just adding a few like creases, kind of a bit of shadow on the lower leg here. And there she is. She's looking pretty good. That is our watercolor base finished. We're going to let that dry completely, put the paints away, grab your colored pencils, and we are going to start adding shading and detail. Now, right away, you can see I haven't gone for a super dark blue. I want to use a light sky blue to begin the act of shading the sweater. And I'm adding scribble shading anywhere where I think there would be shadow. So her arm is naturally casting a shadow kind of onto her lower sweater, her thigh. In her armpits, there's creasing, the cuffs of the sweaters. I just want to scribble, and then I want to start doing some outlines. And I do these lumpy outlines all down the edges of the sweater, the cuffs, again, the armpits, and I'll actually go over those with an even darker blue. And that helps give the fabric a bit of a fabric look. And then, as I said, we'll take a bright red and color in her socks. We can also use a dark brown or black to give her a purse strap. What else? We'll give her a little kerchief around her neck. You could use any color for that as long as it's going to show up on top of the blue. And then I'll use a medium brown, actually quite a light brown, to do some shading on her boots, and then a dark brown for the sole of the boot. So I'm just having fun kind of scribbling, outlining things, adding in a bit of detail. We can use a light brown to further crease those pants and add shading, maybe put a cuff on the pant. And you can see that I like to layer 2 colors of blue or 2 colors of brown. I finished that section by doing some wavy lines through her brown hair, and now I want to add the facial features. And for facial features, you're going to draw a cross right through the center of her head, and then I'm going to put her glasses there, an L shape for the nose, and a line for the smile. If this feels like it's moving fast, I do have an e-course all about how to illustrate people, and actually this lady's face is on an angle, so we talk about that. How do we draw someone who's sort of turned slightly? How do we draw a child, someone who has a beard? All of those things are covered in the course, and it's really fun and approachable. It's a mixed media course. It's kind of a use what you have as far as art supplies, and it's a course that I'm really proud of. So I hope you'll check it out. Right now, you can use the code on the screen to save 35% on this e-course. We're just doing a little winter flash sale as we wait for spring. I'm taking a pink and just doing kind of a little oval shape for her lips. There's the L shape for the nose, and then we'll give her a little blush on those cheeks as well. She's looking pretty good. We can continue to shade the hair. You can do scribble shading on her hair, as well as some more defined, wavy, curly Q lines to show wavy hair. If she has straight hair, just do straight lines. And that's the only difference there. And again, that's all stuff that we cover in the e-course. There is also a worksheet over on Patreon to go with today's video to help you through your fashion illustration. It shows all of the steps that we take to create this cute little doodle. So head over to Patreon, sign up. It's just $3 a month to become a patron and get weekly bonus content. There's always a little something that goes out when the YouTube video goes out each week. Guys, she looks so good, and now we just need to kind of set her in a scene. We don't have to do that, but I think it's kind of fun, and especially if it's done in pencil. So I'm just sketching a few lines here to kind of put her on a bench, and then I'll give the bench some legs and maybe a little shading. This is all very messy, of course, and it does not have to be perfect. And then I thought, she's holding a coffee. She's out front of a coffee shop, perhaps. So I sort of sketched in some windows and a door and wrote coffee in the window. Put a little shadow under the bench. I did that in colored pencil. You could do that in pencil. Again, this is a sketchbook piece, so it's all about exploring your own style and trying different things. I felt like the coffee shop was too defined. It wasn't working, so I erased part of it. And I think that's when this really came together. You don't need to see the entirety of the sketch in behind. We're just kind of hinting at it. Date and sign your work. Use the code on the screen to save on my How to Illustrate People e-course. Head over to Patreon for that worksheet, and then hit that subscribe button, and I will see you soon with a new tutorial. Thanks for being here.